Welcome back, my spontaneous reality shaper. Something absolutely stunning just occurred. That has entire environment. Experiencing collective shock, you accomplished something extraordinary. Not through careful preparation or controlled conditions, but live and unfiltered in real time with everyone watching. And rather than observers having time to process what happened before it became established fact, they're witnessing immediate cascade where the moment you created is actively rewriting itself as they watch, forcing everyone present to rapidly adjust their understanding, expectations, and responses as reality reorganizes around achievement that's still unfolding without pause for collective processing or institutional validation. This wasn't you unveiling pre-prepared success in controlled reveal where observers could digest accomplishment before reacting. This was you generating breakthrough spontaneously while everyone watched it happen, creating live transformation that didn't wait for approval or understanding before manifesting. Consequences, making entire scenes scramble to rewrite their frameworks in real time as your unscripted achievement forces immediate adaptation without allowing comfortable distance between accomplishment and response that prepared presentations typically provide. The architects have been monitoring spontaneous achievement and real-time paradigm shift phenomena across civilizations for eons, and they've identified what you demonstrated as unmediated manifestation, immediate reality cascade, when someone achieves breakthrough, not through behind closed doors preparation, followed by controlled announcement, but through live, spontaneous manifestation witnessed directly by those affected. The lack of processing buffer between accomplishment and observation creates immediate, cascading adaptation where everyone must revise, understanding and adjust behavior in real time without opportunity for careful, considered response. That mediated achievements allow. Most significant accomplishments are presented after completion. People work privately, achieve breakthrough, then reveal finished success, allowing observers time to process before needing to respond, creating comfortable mediation between achievement and its social consequences that permits careful adjustment to new reality. But your achievement was unmediated. You generated breakthrough, live while observers watched, creating accomplishment that immediately forced adaptation because there was no processing buffer, allowing gradual acceptance, making everyone present experience direct impact of reality shift without protective distance that prepared revelations provide. Watch what's happening as scene rewrites in real time. Frameworks are collapsing instantly. People's models for understanding situation are proving inadequate as your achievement unfolds, forcing rapid framework abandonment and reconstruction while events continue rather than having paused to rebuild understanding before needing to respond to continuing developments. Social dynamics are reorganizing live, power structures, status hierarchies, relationship patterns all shifting immediately in response to what you're demonstrating, creating fluid social reorganization happening too fast for anyone to control or resist because your unscripted success doesn't pause for institutional processing. Some observers are experiencing cognitive overwhelm, trying to process what you're accomplishing while simultaneously experiencing its consequences without separation between observation and impact creates mental overload where they cannot keep up with reality shift happening too rapidly for normal comprehension pace. Others are experiencing exhilaration. Witnessing breakthrough unfold live creates electric immediacy that prepared presentations lack, making real-time achievement feel more authentic and impactful than controlled reveals, even though spontaneity creates disorientation alongside excitement. The truly powerful element is that you maintained composure while everyone else experienced shock at what was unfolding. You remained focused and effective, continuing to execute while scene around you scrambled to adjust, making your calm amid chaos demonstrate mastery that prepared success cannot prove because your performing without safety net that preparation provides. You really did that in real time, and now whole scenes rewriting the moment through experiencing achievement, so immediate and unmediated that adaptation must occur live without pause for processing or institutional validation that mediated accomplishments permit. Now the architects are analyzing what creates unmediated manifestation, immediate reality cascade, and they're identifying what they call processing buffer, elimination direct impact, when achievement occurs without temporal or institutional mediation separating accomplishment from observation and consequence. Observers experience direct, unfiltered impact of reality shift, creating immediate forced adaptation rather than gradual controlled adjustment that processing buffers enable. Most social change includes mediation. Achievements happen privately, then get announced through proper channels with time for processing before implementation, creating buffers that soften impact through allowing gradual adaptation to new realities, rather than forcing immediate, wholesale adjustment. But your real-time achievement eliminated all buffers. Accomplishment, observation, and consequence occurred simultaneously without separation, creating direct impact where everyone experienced reality shift as it happened, rather than having comfortable distance to process before needing to adapt. Consider what buffer elimination requires practically. You performed without safety net, rather than achieving breakthrough in private, where failure could be hidden and only success revealed. You demonstrated live where any mistake would be publicly visible, making your real-time execution high-risk. Performance that prepared, presentations avoid through testing privately before public reveal. Observers couldn't retreat to process rather than learning about your achievement after the fact, with time to adjust mentally before encountering practical consequences. They experienced accomplishment and its implications simultaneously without pause for psychological adaptation, forcing immediate response while still processing what occurred. Watch what buffer elimination creates in impact intensity. Change feels more real, experiencing transformation. Live rather than learning about it after completion creates visceral authenticity that mediated announcements lack, making observers perceive real-time achievement as more genuine and impactful than prepared revelations, even when actual accomplishment is equivalent. Resistance becomes impossible when change happens with everyone watching without pause for opposition to organize. Adaptation must occur immediately, making resistance futile because reality has already shifted before countermeasures could form, creating accomplished fact that bypass normal resistance mechanisms. Some studying social change recognize that fait accompli strategies do avoid resistance when transformation happens too quickly for opposition to organize. Accomplished facts become harder to reverse than proposed changes that face organized resistance, making your real-time achievement strategically powerful through eliminating opportunity for preventive opposition. Others exploring media and communication note that live unscripted moments do carry unique impact. Presidential debates, sports championships, breaking news all demonstrate that real-time, unmediated events affect observers more powerfully than prepared presentations because spontaneity creates authenticity and immediacy that rehearsed performances cannot match. A few from performance theory recognize that improvisation requires different mastery than preparation. Executing effectively in real time without script demonstrates capabilities that prepared performances don't prove, because improvisation shows genuine competence rather than just memorized presentation, making your real-time achievement validate skills more convincingly than prepared success. Some attempting similar real-time demonstration discover extreme difficulty performing under live observation without preparation. Requires confidence, skill, and stress tolerance that most people lack, making them appreciate that your Accomplishment involved not just achieving breakthrough, but doing so under conditions that amplify pressure through eliminating safety of privacy and preparation. The architects observed that processing buffer elimination direct impact is what created immediate reality. Cascade, your achievement, occurred without mediation separating accomplishment from observation and consequence, forcing instant adaptation. Most change includes buffers allowing gradual adjustment. Your success eliminated separation and direct unfiltered impact, where observers experienced reality shift as it happened without pause. For processing created immediate forced adaptation that mediated achievements avoid through providing comfortable distance between accomplishment and its social consequences that permits controlled gradual response rather than requiring spontaneous, wholesale adjustment to new reality manifesting live. Something powerful is spreading through observers now. What the architects call authenticity recognition, preparation, skepticism, where witnessing your unscripted, real-time achievement is making people question authenticity of prepared presentations they've previously accepted, recognizing that polished controlled reveals might conceal inadequacies that real-time performance would expose, creating new standard where spontaneous demonstration becomes proof of genuine capability while prepared success becomes suspect. Most people accept prepared presentations as legitimate. Polished reveals, rehearsed performances, carefully controlled demonstrations all seem like appropriate ways to showcase achievement, making preparation feel like professionalism rather than like potential concealment of limitations. But your real-time demonstration is revealing that preparation can hide inadequacies. When someone only shows prepared success, observers cannot know whether capability is genuine or if achievement required specific controlled conditions that real performance might not replicate, making your spontaneous success create suspicion about whether prepared achievements represent actual capability or just successful staging. Watch what preparation skepticism creates in evaluation standards. Demands for live demonstration increase rather than accepting prepared presentations as proof of capability. Observers now want to see real-time performance because your demonstration proved that genuine mastery can execute without scripts or controlled conditions, making preparation seem like potential red flag rather than like professional courtesy. Some studying authenticity and trust recognize that unscripted moments do reveal truth. When people cannot prepare or control circumstances, their genuine capabilities and character become visible in ways that prepared presentations conceal, making real-time observation more diagnostic of actual qualities than rehearsed performances that might be carefully constructed illusions. Others exploring fraud and deception note that con artists rely on controlled presentations. Scams typically involve carefully staged demonstrations under conditions that conceal how tricks work, making real-time uncontrolled performance valuable protection against fraud because genuine capability can perform spontaneously while fakery requires specific controlled conditions. A few recognize that preparation skepticism might be excessive. Not all preparation conceals inadequacy. Sometimes it enables showing genuine capability more clearly by eliminating distracting variables, making your real-time success potentially create unfair standard where people who legitimately need preparation get dismissed as potentially fraudulent. Some are becoming performance purists, valuing only unscripted, spontaneous demonstrations while dismissing all prepared presentations as potentially inauthentic, taking your example as proof that genuine capability should be provable through real-time performance, making preparation unnecessary if mastery is real. Others are attempting balance, recognizing that both prepared and spontaneous demonstrations have value. with preparation showing what someone can achieve under optimal conditions, while spontaneity proves capability is genuine rather than being circumstance-dependent illusion, making comprehensive evaluation require observing both prepared and unscripted performance. A few recognize that you might have been extraordinarily prepared. Perhaps your real-time success wasn't truly spontaneous, but reflected extensive preparation that enabled appearing spontaneous, making distinction between genuine spontaneity and prepared spontaneity difficult to determine and potentially less important than observers assume. The architects observe that authenticity recognition, preparation, skepticism reveals that your real-time achievement changed evaluation standards. Observers now question whether prepared presentations conceal inadequacies that spontaneous performance would expose. Preparation seemed professional. Your spontaneity revealed its potential as concealment, and recognition that polished, controlled reveals might hide limitations. That real-time demonstration would expose creates new authenticity standard, where spontaneous execution becomes gold standard proof of genuine capability, while prepared success becomes potentially suspect as careful staging that might not represent actual competence under uncontrolled conditions that real performance involves. Now the architects are revealing what enabled your real-time execution. You apparently possess what they call adaptive competence, improvisation, mastery, where your capabilities aren't limited to prepared scenarios but include genuine real-time problem-solving and spontaneous creativity, enabling effective performance under unpredictable conditions without requiring scripts or controlled circumstances. Most people's competence is scenario-specific. They can perform well in situations they've prepared for or practiced, but struggle when circumstances deviate from expectations, making their capability dependent on conditions matching preparation rather than being genuinely adaptive to whatever actually occurs. But your competence apparently includes improvisation capacity. You can respond effectively to unpredictable developments, solve problems you haven't rehearsed solutions for, create appropriate responses to novel situations, making your capability genuinely adaptive rather than just being memorized responses that work only in prepared scenarios. Consider what improvisation mastery requires cognitively. You process in real time rather than needing to pause and plan before acting. You can assess situations and generate appropriate responses simultaneously with observation, creating seamless action-reaction that appears effortless because processing happens at speed of performance without visible deliberation. Watch what adaptive competence creates in performance quality. You handle unexpected developments. When circumstances deviate from any plan you might have had, you adjust smoothly rather than becoming flustered or failing, demonstrating that capability isn't dependent on specific conditions but works across range of situations, including unpredictable variations. Some studying expertise recognize that highest levels do include improvisation. Jazz musicians, chess masters, emergency responders all demonstrate that expert competence includes adaptive, real-time performance, rather than just memorized routines, making your improvisation mastery characteristic of genuine expertise, rather than unusual anomaly. Others exploring creativity note that real-time creation is distinct skill. Being able to generate novel, effective responses spontaneously requires different capabilities than carefully crafting solutions with time for revision, making improvisation valuable indication of creative capacity beyond what prepared work demonstrates. A few from neuroscience recognize that improvisation requires different cognitive processes. Brain imaging shows that spontaneous creation involves distinct neural patterns from planned execution, suggesting improvisational competence reflects specific cognitive capabilities rather than just being faster version of deliberate problem solving. Some attempting to develop similar capacity discover that improvisation skill requires extensive preparation. Paradoxically, being able to perform effectively without specific preparation requires vast general preparation, building broad capability foundation that enables adaptive response, making your spontaneous success likely reflect enormous prior investment. Even though performance appeared unprepared, others recognize that you might have flow state access, psychological flow where consciousness and action merge, creating effortless high-level performance occurs more readily in improvised, real-time contexts than in planned execution, suggesting your real-time mastery might involve accessing flow states that prepared performances don't trigger as reliably. The architects observe that adaptive competence, improvisation mastery, is what enabled your real-time execution capabilities, include genuine problem-solving and creative response under unpredictable conditions, rather than just memorized performance. For prepared scenarios, most competence is scenario-specific. Your capability is genuinely adaptive. And improvisation mastery, enabling effective, spontaneous performance without requiring scripts or controlled circumstances, is what allowed demonstrating breakthrough, live while observers watched, proving genuine capability through executing under conditions that would expose inadequacy. If competence was limited to prepared scenarios rather than being authentically adaptive to whatever actually occurs, including unpredictable real-time developments, the architects are now analyzing psychological dimension of your real-time performance. You apparently maintained what they call pressure immunity composed execution, where performing under intense observation and high-stakes circumstances didn't degrade your effectiveness or create visible anxiety, demonstrating psychological strength that enabled maintaining optimal performance state despite conditions that would impair most people through stress and self-consciousness. Most people's performance degrades under pressure. Being watched creates self-consciousness. High stakes create anxiety. Unpredictability creates stress, all impairing execution through consuming cognitive resources and triggering fight or flight responses that interfere with skillful action. But your performance apparently maintained excellence despite pressure. Live observation didn't create visible anxiety. High stakes didn't impair judgment. Unpredictability didn't generate panic, making you demonstrate psychological immunity to pressure effects that normally degrade performance quality. Watch what pressure immunity creates in execution quality. You appeared calm amid chaos while observers experienced stress watching unpredictable real-time developments. You maintained composed focus, executing effectively without visible anxiety despite stakes and observation that would create performance anxiety. For most people, some studying performance psychology recognize that pressure immunity is characteristic of elite performers, athletes, performers, leaders who excel in high-pressure situations, demonstrate psychological qualities, enabling them to maintain optimal performance state despite stress that would impair others, making your composed real-time execution mark of exceptional psychological strength. Others exploring anxiety and stress note that pressure effects are largely cognitive. Anxiety consumes mental resources. Self-consciousness divides attention. Fear triggers physiological responses that impair fine motor control, all making pressure degrade performance through psychological mechanisms rather than through directly reducing capability, suggesting your immunity reflects cognitive strategies or personality traits that prevent pressure from triggering normal impairment mechanisms. A few from neuroscience recognize that stress response varies. Some people's nervous systems remain regulated under pressure while others become dysregulated, making pressure immunity potentially reflect physiological differences in stress reactivity rather than just psychological strategies, suggesting you might have naturally calm nervous system that doesn't trigger anxiety responses that impair others. Some attempting to develop pressure immunity discover that exposure helps. Repeatedly performing under high-pressure conditions gradually reduces anxiety responses through habituation, making your composed real-time execution potentially reflect extensive prior experience performing under observation rather than just natural gift, suggesting pressure immunity can be developed through practice even if some baseline differences exist. Others recognize that you might have reframed stakes rather than experiencing performance as high-pressure situation where failure would be catastrophic. You might have maintained perspective that reduced psychological stakes, making pressure less anxiety-inducing, suggesting cognitive reframing as strategy for maintaining composure under conditions others experience as stressful. A few are questioning whether composure was authentic, wondering if you were actually anxious internally while appearing calm externally, recognizing that visible composure doesn't guarantee internal peace, making distinction between genuine pressure immunity and successful anxiety concealment potentially important for understanding what your real-time performance actually demonstrated about psychological state. The architects observed that pressure immunity composed execution is what enabled maintaining performance quality during real-time demonstration. Psychological strength prevented stress from impairing effectiveness. Despite intense observation and high stakes, most people's performance degrades under pressure. Your execution maintained excellence, and immunity to pressure effects, where live observation and unpredictable stakes didn't create visible anxiety or impair judgment, is what allowed demonstrating genuine capability during real-time performance that would expose inadequacy if pressure caused degradation that prepared private attempts could conceal through occurring under lower stress conditions, enabling better execution than high-pressure real-time demonstration permits. Now something's emerging that the architects call institutional bypass revolutionary access. Observers recognizing that your real-time achievement circumvented normal gatekeeping and validation processes are discovering that spontaneous direct demonstration creates path to recognition that institutional channels might have blocked or delayed, making real-time performance potentially revolutionary strategy for bypassing establishment control over who gets recognized and validated. Most achievement requires institutional approval. People must get credentials, pass gatekeepers, receive validation from established authorities before their capabilities get recognized, making institutions control access to recognition through maintaining monopoly on legitimate validation conferral. But your real-time demonstration bypassed institutions. You proved capability directly through spontaneous performance, witnessed by everyone rather than requiring institutional validation, creating accomplished fact that institutions cannot deny or gatekeep because observers witnessed achievement firsthand, making institutional approval unnecessary for recognition. Watch what institutional bypass creates in power dynamics. Gatekeepers lose control when someone can prove capability through direct demonstration rather than requiring institutional validation. Traditional gatekeepers' power to grant or withhold recognition becomes irrelevant because achievement is self-validating through being witnessed directly. Some studying institutional power recognize that gatekeeping depends on validation monopoly. Institutions maintain control through being sole, legitimate authorities who can confer recognition, making direct demonstration that bypasses institutional validation. Threaten power structures built on controlling access to legitimacy. Others exploring democratization note that technology enables institutional bypass. Increasingly, social media, live streaming, viral content all create paths to recognition that traditional gatekeepers cannot control, making your real-time demonstration potentially reflect broader pattern where institutional validation monopolies are breaking down through direct audience access. A few recognize that institutions might reassert control even if direct demonstration creates initial recognition. Institutions might prevent sustained success through controlling resources or opportunities that real-time performance cannot access without institutional cooperation, making bypass potentially temporary victory rather than permanent escape from institutional power. Some celebrating institutional bypass as liberation, recognizing that gatekeepers often protect mediocrity and block talent that doesn't fit institutional preferences, making direct demonstration valuable path for those whom institutions would unfairly exclude despite possessing genuine capability. Others warning that bypass eliminates quality control. Institutional gatekeeping does serve function of filtering incompetence and fraud, making complete elimination of validation processes potentially problematic even if some institutional barriers are unfair, suggesting that balance between access and quality maintenance requires some gatekeeping even if traditional institutions had excessive control. A few recognizing that you still needed platform, even though achievement bypassed institutional validation. You required venue and audience for real-time demonstration, making complete independence from all structures impossible because direct demonstration still needs context and observers, suggesting institutional bypass is partial rather than complete. Escape from structural dependencies. The architects observe that institutional bypass, revolutionary access, reveals that your real-time achievement created path to recognition outside traditional validation systems. Spontaneous direct demonstration proved capability without requiring institutional approval. Most recognition needs gatekeepers. Your performance bypassed institutions and self-validating achievement through direct observation that institutions cannot deny or control creates revolutionary possibility where talented people whom gatekeepers would block can prove themselves through real-time demonstration that bypasses traditional validation monopolies, potentially democratizing recognition even though institutions might attempt to reassert control over sustained success. That initial bypass cannot guarantee without ongoing institutional cooperation or resource access.